What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate reverse rants, no hate. So now, what I want to get into, a lot of people make predictions, and they're making predictions for all these other fights that's coming up. And if you go in your comment section and you got this one calling this one an asshole, this one calling this one a, you know what I'm saying, a dumbass, this one calling this one this and this and that, which I'm definitely not getting into it deep like that. I have no emotional attachment to anybody like that. You know, my family, that's it. Um, if you go through my videos, I've said it a million times. I respect what other people do, and I can appreciate it because it's for our entertainment. And I know what type of hard work it takes to keep your body in peak shape all year long. Grinding when everybody else is sleeping, sitting up on the couch doing nothing but watching and criticizing. Okay, my me personally, my mindset is not to argue with people about who's this and I guarantee you this guy can beat that guy and this guy to beat this guy. No, I simply give you my opinion and that's it. Now, for y'all that like to debate and argue, you do that shit with your wife or whatever the channel, whoever's willing to stand up there and give you the time of day. Now, as far as questions are concerned and people, they want to know why you think what you think, that's cool. Okay, but when you start questioning a person to the point where you're trying to say what you believe is facts and not your opinion, this is where the conversation pretty much just goes left and it ends because it's like, look, okay, example. Okay, let me say this again because I say things in my videos and a lot of times y'all make comments or ask questions where I feel like you must have not watched the video. You must have watched part of it and then, tuned out because you're asking me stuff or bringing something to my attention like as if I'm not aware. And if you listen, you clearly hear me say, you know, address these things. Now, let me say this. Let's take some fighters, for example, like Kell Brook. Now, I don't know what Kell Brook has left in the tank. I haven't seen Kell Brook fight a top quality fighter in a while. And Kell Brook has had a lot of injuries. If you guys have been paying attention, you know that through his inactivity, there's times where you've heard conversations of certain people that know Kell Brook, that's around Kell Brook, saying, that he has certain injuries in training. Kell Brook is a guy that's had a lot of fights and he's had a lot of injuries in the ring as well as outside of the ring. So I don't know how his body's going to hold up. I don't know how he's going to perform when he comes back because I haven't seen him. Now, if I go by the Kell Brook that beat Sean Porter, the Kell Brook that the prime Kell Brook is a threat to anybody. Okay? But at the same time, this is not the Kell Brook we're looking at. So I can't tell you, even if I saw Kell Brook training every day, can I tell you what he's going to bring to the ring come fight night? No, I can't. And I don't try. I can tell you what I think based on what I see and the knowledge that I gain going forward looking into these situations. That's all. But I'm not that motherfucker, you crazy. Motherfucker nigga, that nigga gonna fuck him up. That's not me. Y'all can do all. First off, I'm not going to sit here and argue with anybody over another grown ass man or anybody else for that matter. What am I? I don't even care that much to even get an attitude about it. Okay, for what? It is what it is. It's entertainment to me. See, when I watch a fight, I watch the fight to enjoy it. I want to have fun, sit back, eat, chill, and I want to get into the fight. Now I'm analyzing, I'm studying what each one is doing, what the corner's telling each person, and all that. I'm looking at all of that, but I want to enjoy the fight. I'm not that guy, like I said in the previous video about Charlo's fighting, Chenko and the other fighting Rosario, and these guys already talk about future opponents in the middle of the fight and who can't beat who, and this guy ducked to it. And I'm like, look, shut up, shut the fuck up. Like seriously, try to enjoy the fight. You motherfuckers over here like a bunch of little bitches. He can't beat him. He can't enjoy the fight. That's me. I'm not into all that hoopla. Now the fight's over. Okay, we see how they look. We can sit back and we can analyze all day who we think they should fight or who we like to see them fight. What's going to happen is going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I don't do like other channels. I'm not into all the soap opera shit. Trying to dig into this, into that, to the point where everything is, and this one said, I don't like he said, she said. He said, she said has never proven anything. I don't need anybody to talk for me. So when it's he said, she said, you get the news, you present it to the people. But I will always say, word is, or I've heard, or what I've. But if I like the sources that you need to hear it from, if I don't hear it from those particular sources, then it's like like I said, it's not official until I hear it. It's official. Otherwise, we can sit back and just assume and fantasize about whatever. But at the end of the day, we're not at the negotiation table. And a lot of times people just lie and make shit up. Okay, we don't know why certain fights don't happen. When you don't like a fighter, the first thing people say is that fighter's ducking that fighter. But the fighters that you like, oh nah, it's because of blah blah blah. So does it really matter? Does it make any sense for me to be a grown ass man and sit here debating, typing back and forth with you motherfuckers about what you think and what, like, to the point where arguing and trying to argue a point of what does it solve? Nothing. Just like everybody that told me Charlos, both of them was going to get smoked. They ain't shit. They've been ducking everybody, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, let you tell it. That's your story. Here's the reality. They going to fight. We going to see who's going to win. It's as simple as that. Miss me with that bullshit, though. And then when the opposite happens, oh, the Derevyanchenko was overrated. Oh, Rosario ain't shit. He got a weak chin. Oh, no. Let's stop. All before the fight, that's not what you were saying. All before the fight, they was going to kill the Charlos. Charlo this, Charlo that. Charlo can't box. He's one-dimensional. He looks for one punch, which is one of the things, for me, that I pointed out that he tends to just go in there and try to get you out of here. Jamel, I'm talking about. And I remember Jamel used to counterpunch, box, move, give you movement like he did last night. So you don't forget how to do those things. It's just, are you going to fight with your pride and make the fight harder for yourself than what it should be? Rosario, on the other hand, that's all he knows is how to come forward and try to, just try to slug. That's the best chance he had to beat Jamel, is to catch him and just get him out of there. One thing the Charlos don't get credit for is their chin. You've never seen either Charlo hit and feel like they look like they were about to get knocked out. You might wobble somebody. That's being human. And the thing about it is, you love to say a person is chinny because they get rocked. But at the same time, if you get hit and show no fit, then that person can't punch. If y'all took the time to get off your asses and go to a gym and train and fucking really fight, really spar, not go, I ain't talking about shadow boxing, motherfucker. Sit back watching. I'm talking really going, nah. People are not chinny because they get rocked. It's just because that motherfucker get punched. And if you stand up to a punch from Rosario or Charlo, you have a chin. Simple. If you get knocked out, it doesn't mean you don't have a chin. It takes 6 ounces of pressure to knock a man out. Let that sink in, okay? Now, Terrence Crawford, all of these guys that we're looking at, they all have a story, okay? Good, some negative, some good, some positive. Terrence Crawford now, if you look at who he's fought at 147, it's not the same level of competition he fought at the smaller divisions. He hasn't beaten any of the top names yet. Now, does that mean he can't? No. I like Terrence Crawford as a fighter. I like Spence as a fighter. Whoever Spence fight at 147, I'm going with Spence. That's the guy I want to see win. Am I going to sit here and tell you there's no way Terrence Crawford could beat Spence? No. I'm not going to tell you any of that because, like I said, when it comes, look, you can train and you can go in there and do everything perfect in training. Okay? Fight night, you still just might lose. It happens. Can I sit here and guarantee you? No. I go off of consistency. I go off of what the fighter brings to the table. That's what I look at when I compare them. It's not about who I like or don't like. Okay? I'll give you an example. Shout out Boxing Profits. He did a comparison, greatest of all time with at 154. He had Thomas Hearns up there. He had Terry Norris up there. He had Winky Wright up there. Mike McCallum and Terry Norris. Now, Terry Norris is my guy. You know what I'm saying? Like Terry Norris. Terry Norris is always like that. That was my guy. I have to agree. I feel like the Charlos at 154 has surpassed all of them. Now, Terry was a multi-time champion, yes, and he stayed at that division. Came in and stayed at that division his whole, the majority of his career, at least during his prime years and all. But Terry Norris has lost fights that he should have won. Terry Norris had all the skill in the world, but Terry Norris would lose focus and lose his discipline and go in there and just bang, stay in harm's way when it wasn't even necessary. If the two of them was to fight, how could I say he wouldn't make the same mistake against the Charles? And I believe Jamel can take his punch better than Terry would be able to take his. Now, if I had to compare them and say who I think will win, I think Jamel Charlo would beat Terry Norris. They had Thomas Hearns in there. Now, you guys, when you say certain names, it's like blasphemy to y'all to say, oh, no, he couldn't beat that guy. First off, it's all opinions, and we don't know that. But one thing I can say, now, if anybody was chinny, was Thomas Hearns. Hearns got clipped. Think about it. He went all the way up to cruiserweight. He got knocked out by Sugar Ray Leonard. Okay, as a welterweight. He got knocked out by Marvin Hagler as a middleweight. And if you don't think that Jamel Charlo hit harder or as hard as either one of them, you're crazy. Jamel Charlo, has the power to knock Hearns out. Hearns' better years was at 147, not 160, not 168, not 175, not 185 pounds. His better years was back at 147. You can't make no excuse about a guy being too small when he starts out as a welterweight and finishes his career as a cruiserweight. So at the end of the day, Mike McCallum, body snatch, another guy. If you look at his accomplishments, all of them, now mind you too, all of these accomplishments we're talking about at 154. So for me to be buying, nah, it's Terry. No, I'm looking at it and I'm like, I agree. I don't really care about all that greatest of all times or who's the greatest. I really don't. But when you look at things, realistically and logically, okay, and of course your opinion is in there as well. But this is what I'm saying. I'm looking at what the fighter brings to the table. Like I said, if Terry Norris goes in there and fight a disciplined fight and do what he's supposed to, man, I mean, Terry could pretty much outbox anybody. But the problem, like I said, is the mistakes. Him losing focus. Terry himself said he made a lot of mistakes. So I can't sit here and imagine him fighting a mistake-free fight. That doesn't prove anything. And like I said, I believe Charlo can take a shot better than Terry can. I look, it's not about being biased. People automatically going to talk, ignorant and stupid when they basically hate people, and then you basically find, you're giving that person their credit. At the end of the day, Charlo turned up and showed us, nah, I didn't forget how to box. I still got it. And that makes him even more dangerous because he can fight either way. Front foot, back foot, he can do it either way. Rosario can't. So I'm saying like people were saying, oh, he's fighting the wrong strategy. No, that's the best chance he has. You can't a person doesn't train and fight certain ways all their life. And then all of a sudden, just in one night, they just learn how to adapt and do everything different. Like, no, that's not what it is. And people were saying they got to play a chess match. I said, no. With two people like that, no, it's no chess match, man. It's no chess match. That right there is like the traps that you're setting for each other is through your punches. It's not wait, hesitate, no. You're punching, you're moving, you're keeping this guy busy because basically you don't want them to get set and throw the shots that they want to throw. There's no chess match, man. Like, no. When he got knocked out with that body shot, like, who saw that coming? It came out of nowhere, right? So we're looking at that. Now, for me to judge Rosario going forward or Charlo going forward, I could look at his Charlo victory, and say, yo, Charlo, he might go in the next fight and get his ass whooped. I don't know. Now, whoever he fights, I want him to win. But I'm not going to sit here and he's going to beat this guy. Nah. I tell you who I'm going for, and that's that. Rosario might go out. He might get his ass kicked again. Or he might go and destroy somebody. But does that change what happened between him and Charlo? No. That doesn't mean shit. It just means he's still alive. He's still in there. He's still in the mix. Simple. But does that mean he'll beat him in the rematch? No. And maybe he will. Who knows? I just feel like his best chance of beating Charlo, he has to knock Charlo out. I can't see him outboxing Charlo. Even though he was holding his own, he was doing a good job. But, hey, Charlo did what he had to do. Now, let's talk about Errol Spence. Errol Spence is a guy, whoever he fights, I want to see him win. Well, I've said in the videos, I know I've said it in several videos. Errol Spence, I don't know if he's going to be the same when he comes back. Now, we can't be stupid and think that the guy is not sparring and being tested to see what he can stand up to. I mean, like, come on. But at the same time, again, I don't know if Errol Spence is going to be the same fighter when he comes back. I haven't even seen the training footage. The training footage that I've seen of Errol Spence. I haven't seen a sparring session yet. I've seen him, hitting the mitts, hitting the bags, and jogging and stuff. He looked ripped up and all, whatever. But I haven't seen any footage of him sparring or anything. What have I been saying about Mike Tyson coming back? Everybody's talking about Mike look more focused and more sharp than he did back in the day. Based on what? Hitting mitts? Because that's all I've seen him do. I haven't seen one sparring session. I haven't seen anything different. Nothing. Just the videos of him hitting mitts. I cannot sit here. Okay, I'm a grown ass man. I'm not a kid. I don't believe in fairy tales and fantasy, man. I look at logic and reason. I cannot sit here and promise anybody. Why would I? I promise you. I guarantee you. Spence gonna do that. Let's say he comes back and what I said was true. I told you. No. I'm not telling you anything about any fighter to stroke my own ego. All I'm telling you is what my opinion is, and that's all it is. Y'all got me fucked up if y'all think that I'm that person that's going to sit here and get heated and get upset because you have a different opinion than I do. No. So now pay attention and listen so y'all don't have to repeat. Like when I don't mind that you text me, we converse, we chop it up. That's all good. I have fun doing that. But pay attention to what I say. Because it's like you guys hear certain things and then you'll watch a video, then you'll comment like, did you not hear me say that? Did you not hear me say XYZ? I don't think you did when you know what I'm saying? Like, simple. I can't tell you guys what anybody's gonna look like when they come back. I don't know that. Mike Tyson came out of prison. Everybody said, I hate to be the first person Mike fight when he come back. Mike looked sloppy. He looked nervous. He was overthrowing shots, overcommitting to shots, throwing one hard shot at a time. He was missing. His timing was off. Okay. That's not what everybody was saying. Everybody was saying Mike was going to do this. This was expectation. Wow, you're looking at what Mike was doing before he got locked up. Just like right now, they're looking at Mike from back in the day. So even like when I say, like I made a video and I'm saying, Mike was misquoted. People saying Mike said he want to fight Anthony Joshua. Mike Tyson never said that. Mike Tyson was asked a question. I played the video clip. I don't remember if I did or not. But the video clip is there. It's nothing. Mike Tyson, he was asked a question about what he's doing with the charities fights, and the guy asked him, would you be willing to do this with a current heavyweight? Mike Tyson said, I would love to do something like that. It's all for charity. Then the guy says, oh, after hearing that, I'm pretty sure you're going to get a call from like Anthony Joshua. Now this is the guy he's talking to. Mike's sitting in front of a computer. So they're doing it on the screen. Like I'm sitting here doing that with you guys. Okay. But he's getting interviewed. And he said, hey, I'd love to do something like that. It's all for charity, all in the name of charity. Why does he keep saying charity? He's making it known, man, I'm only back for exhibitions. So when you put up a video and title that video, breaking, must see, whoa, yo, Mike Tyson says he wants to fight Anthony Joshua. No, he didn't. Now, you got people like, do I care? Look, all this childish hit the thumbs down. You could hit it as many times as y'all could give a shit about that, man. I'm not a kid. I'm not, they put the thumbs down on my video. You guys don't like the truth. That's the problem with most of you. You like lies and fantasy bullshit. Mike Tyson never said, I want to fight Anthony Joshua. He was asked would he fight a current fighter. Champion. And he said, oh, I would love to do something like that for charity. He kept saying charity. He's starting his league for his reason, for that reason. You think Mike is going to start a league? He's the man. He's the owner. Whatever. He's the reason that this Legends League happened. And he's going to go in there and get destroyed by someone. And then people telling me that Mike Tyson would destroy these guys in there. That has nothing to do with any of it. And what did I say in that video? If Mike Tyson goes in there and get destroyed, the first thing everybody's going to say, if Mike was in his prime, he would have destroyed. What does whether that is the truth or not is irrelevant. The point is, if he did go in that ring, in my opinion, he gets his ass kicked. Okay, he's not beating no fucking Anthony Joshua right now. So to say what he would have did or what that's irrelevant, man. You know, you took look. People are looking at Mike Tyson hit Mitch and they losing their shit. This is the 21-year-old Mike all over again. No, far from that. We don't even know if Mike can take a punch like he used to. We haven't seen Mike get hit. And when you've not been getting hit for a long time, sometimes, a lot of times, you don't react the same way when you finally get cracked. So at the end of the day, like I said, I'm not that guy that's going to sit here and guarantee you what somebody's going to do, and this person is that, and that person is this. I hear a lot of comparisons all the time. And all it is your opinions, man. That's all it is our opinions. My opinions are not facts. So if my opinions are based on the things that I see, okay, the things that I understand and that I know. If I don't know something, I don't speak on it. But for me to tell you, like, listen, the only fighter in history that I've ever bet on every time was Floyd Mayweather. Okay? So not only do I want him to win, but I believe he can win. But for me to tell you in an argument, oh, I guarantee you, Floyd. No. What if he would have lost? I'd have lost money. But I didn't. Simple. Simple as that. I'm not into winning arguments. Okay? I'm not into debating. Debates are bullshit to me. Okay? Debate doesn't change the truth. Only thing debates do is possibly change a narrative that someone has. But that's about it. Okay? If I feel like Muhammad Ali would have beat Mike Tyson, somebody tried to point out to me what Mike Tyson did and who he did it to. Do you realize who the fuck you're talking to? Like, you don't think I'm aware of what Mike Tyson has done? So you point that out to me is for what? Now, I'm going to point out to you what Ali's done. Maybe you know or don't know, but let's say you do know. Does that change your mind just because we're having a debate? No. All we're doing is putting up an argument in front of a group of people, whether online or in person, however, just to make points to try to prove the other wrong. And okay, and out of that, what? Whoever's riding with Ali is riding with Ali. Whoever's riding with Mike is riding with Mike. What does it solve? Nothing. So I'm not into that. So the same way, like I said, when people post dumb shit, I don't respond to dumb shit. It's like somebody, as a matter of fact, I had to block and delete a motherfucker today. And let me explain what he said. I did a video. In the video, I simply said, Roy Jones Jr. never said he was afraid that he might have made a mistake fighting Mike Tyson. That's the clip I played. That's what I played. The clip of Roy Jones saying, I ain't made no mistake. People saying I made a mistake. That people saying I made a mistake. I ain't made no mistake. He said, if any mistake I made was thinking that this is an exhibition. And why he said that is because they moved the fight from September it was supposed to be in all the way up to November. So now he's saying this give Mike more time to get in better shape. Now they both of them actually, but with Mike being a bigger, stronger guy, naturally bigger heavyweight, he's more at risk because now Mike's getting more time to get in the type of shape he needs to be in to fight more than just an exhibition. So now he's dangerous for more than just 2 or 3 rounds. This is what Roy was saying. Roy was saying that he out of his own mouth, he said, if any mistake I made was thinking that this is an exhibition. He said, I ain't make no mistake. He clearly said that. So this is not even me saying what Roy said. At that point, I'm playing a video. So you hear Roy say it. So some motherfucker, and of course, if we was face to face, motherfucker wouldn't say that shit. And I know he wouldn't. He know he wouldn't. That's why they get these little channels. They don't have subscribers. They don't put their faces on camera. All they do is sit here and ho-hop from channel to channel to channel to channel to channel from morning to midnight, just commenting on every channel because they have no goddamn life. This is what they do. Okay. So he responds with some bullshit about, oh, well, you're a fucking liar. Roy Jones, I heard him say it. Yada, yada, yada. So I told him, I said, okay, I tell you what, you little bitch. We can meet up. How about that? And then everything you're typing, you can tell me face to face. Let's see how that worked for you. He responded with some cowardly shit. Oh, you're getting mad just because I'm challenging something you're saying it's false. Now, here's the thing. The video that he's watching that I posted is playing what Roy Jones said. So first of all, if it was something that I missed, which I didn't, well, basically what you would do is say, nah, there's another video and the name of the video, yada yada. And then guess what? I could say, damn, yeah, Roy, I gotta call bullshit. But that wasn't the case. There's no other video. People are saying Roy Jones made a mistake. And they twisted what Roy said. So I play the video. You're hearing Roy's words and you're calling me a liar because of what Roy is saying. But talking all that, you're a fucking liar. No, see, I don't play that shit. People like that, their fingers are real tough. They type a whole lot of tough shit. And I'm like, right. I block and delete you. That's all. Now, you asking me a question or expressing something that have a different opinion than mine, I have no problem with that. That's what we're on here for. We conversate. We chop it up. I have no issue with that. But like I said, the disrespect and the nonsense, no. Stop getting used to see what y'all do. A lot of y'all go on other channels and y'all go back and forth with all the bullshit insults. Y'all see all the comments and then y'all feel like y'all want to chime in with whoever agrees with you. And y'all go back and forth with all the nonsense. But like for me, it's like I'm too grown up to be going through all of this nonsense. Like I didn't create this channel for that. Now, if you understand, you're mature and you're grown up, you get it. I'm not going back and forth with none of you. When you start the insults and like that, look, I'm the wrong person for that bullshit. Point blank. Okay. So that being said, again, I'm not a mind reader. I don't know every goddamn thing. If I don't know something, I don't speak on it. And I've said in previous videos, a lot of times, the family will ask me, hey, what do you think about this guy, that guy? And I'll tell you, let me do my homework on this person or that, that fight. And then I'll get back to you on that. Because I can't sit here and tell you about something that I don't know. And what I'm not going to do is go by hearsay and then go back and try to, I think that, no. I have to see and analyze for myself. That person's words and beliefs is their words and beliefs. What I believe and what I say has to come from what I know. So that's knowledge that I gain, that I come, and then I can say, this is what I see with this guy and this guy. But at the end of the day, man, I'm on here to have fun. I'm not on here to be arguing with people. If that's the case, you need to find a different channel to go and argue on. And like I said, listen to what I say before you make comments. And make sure you understand what I'm saying before you comment. Because when you comment, okay, to something that I've already addressed, but you comment as if you didn't hear, it comes off the wrong way. Okay, because at the end of the day, like I said, I'm not training with these guys to know what kind of shape they're in. My physical condition, my health, that's what's important to me. That's why I get up before the sun come up and I'm already training and doing I put that effort and energy into me. There's no fighter, no athlete, actor, actress, singer, rapper, dancer, whoever. There's nobody that I put that kind of energy into. My life is not me sitting behind a computer or pen and pad write down somebody's life story. That's not what I do. Okay. My conditioning. I'm as in great a shape as any motherfucker on the face of this earth. Okay. And I train and do different things, many styles, different things. So that's me. I invest that kind of time and energy into me. So when I'm doing this is for fun. And when I do it, like I said, I'm not going to say and guarantee you this guy's going to do this and this guy's going to do this. And I mean, for me to do that, it has to be a complete mismatch. Okay. One guy has to clearly be lacking against the other opponent. And upsets do happen. But, like I said, I just come forward with what I say, what I feel from what I see. I'm not a fucking know-it-all. I don't jump on here. I guarantee you. Facts. This guy's this guy's that. No, you guys like to argue like little children, and I don't do that. You telling me that Charlo's going to get knocked out? Okay, fine. But we'll see. And the anger that comes out and the hatred comes out simply because you're wrong. And instead of, he won. Oh, Derevianchenko was overrated anyway, and what's called wasn't shit. Well, you the stupid motherfucker for picking him to win. you said he was going to win, not me. You did. And if both Charlos would have lost, they would have just lost. I'm not gonna lose no goddamn sleep. What fuck? I'm gonna sit up, laying in my bed, my hands locked, stand at the ceiling. Damn, Charlos lost. I just can't believe it. That's how y'all act, man. I don't, all this hatred towards people, man, all this anger and ignorant shit. I don't do. Now, when the next fight, whether it's Charlos or anybody, whether it's Terrence Crawford and Kell Brook, which now that fight has a date, um, and it's official that they're going to fight. For any one of these fights, man, like I said, I don't change my opinion. I don't change my tune when the outcome. If I'm wrong about something, so fucking what? As long as I don't have no money on it, even if I want a fighter to win, if I'm betting money, I'm going with who I think is going to win, not who I would want to win. At that point, it's like, nah, man, I'm going with this guy. That's business. That's business. So think about it, okay? A lot of times people lose money. Like, I'm just being real. People got a sorry ass football team. They like, your fucking team is fucking 4-12 and you betting. What the fuck are you betting on? Your team ain't shit. And you're too dumb to. Nah, man, that'd be fucked up if I. Well, you know what? If you going to put money on that game and you going to go with your team and cross your fingers knowing damn well they can't beat no goddamn body, well, that's on you. And I'm the same way, man. If it's business, it's about winning. It's not about who I want to win. Now, as far as just, a fight happening, look, we know who's going to win. We don't know who's going to win until after the fight happens. Like I said, believe me, many times you predict and it's right. You're right. It happened. But there's many times people predict and guess what? They were wrong. And when they're wrong, they want to, make excuses about what the fighter shouldn't have did. And last time he whatever. Like I said, that's exactly my point. I cannot guarantee you what the next man is going to do when he shows up. So I can't tell you any of that, man. Like I said, we do this for fun, and that's that. Listen, never fall in love with lies. And remember, the truth brings hate out of people. Catch y'all on the next one.